welcome back to my channel. So now that we are like a week into our 31-day booty challenge, which by the way, if you haven't signed up, the link is below. You should definitely be doing it with us. I thought this would be a good time to kind of share about some things that I've changed in my life to help reduce cellulite, because cellulite can be super annoying and it's something that most of us women face, whether you're like super thin or maybe you are a little overweight. No matter what size you are, you can have cellulite, and some people have it worse than others. I've had it like really bad at times in my life and sometimes where I don't even notice it at all. But there's 6 things basically that I do kind of throughout my week, not every single day, that really have helped reduce it. So if you guys saw that post that I did on Instagram a while ago where I showed that like, is this my butt photo, where I was just shocked, the photo I almost deleted, like I'll show it to you guys. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, like literally, is that my butt? Because it looked unfamiliar to me. Like I'm not used to like having a ton of cellulite. It's just not something I ever really think about a lot or notice a ton. But that photo, I was like, whoa. And then there's other photos from the same day that I didn't really notice it a lot. But then I started like feeling a little self-conscious about it. So I just realized I hadn't been doing anything to actually like put effort into reducing my cellulite for a long time. So I wanted to start implementing these things. So that's like where you can see the difference in these 2 photos, because it's pretty major, like, and it's just little tiny things you can do every single day. So over the next couple days, I'm gonna show you guys the things I'm doing to reduce cellulite. And these are things that actually work. Anyone can do them. It's not expensive. It's like things you probably already have at your house, and it really does make a difference. Okay, so the first thing is I feel like it's really important to understand what cellulite is, and just at a very basic level, the reason why everyone can have it is because all it is essentially like we have these little fibrous bands that connect our muscle to our skin on our body. And when fat pushes up against the skin, it causes those fibrous bands to pull, and it causes just like bulging and dimpling. So it's like doesn't know where to go, and that's where it can cause a different shape. So it really has nothing to do with necessarily how much fat you have. Our bodies genetically are just designed somewhat differently. The elasticity in our skin is different. So everyone will be a little bit different if they're more prone to have like very dimply skin or like just some. So it kind of varies a little bit. But there's a lot of different ways that we can help reduce that. Again, like you can't fully necessarily ever get rid of cellulite, right? You might be able to, but it's not like so much like, oh, do these things and you'll totally get rid of it. It's just more like, are there things you can do that will help either A, actually reduce it, and then B, like reduce the appearance of it, meaning like, can you mask it a little bit? So that's kind of like what these different things are. And the first one, I'll get out of the way because it seems like the most basic, but it's just like so important. And that is just like working out every day. So like I've noticed like when my workouts have gotten switched up, or if I've been traveling a lot, I feel like that's when I notice it. So like that photo was after like a lot of traveling, because my workouts just weren't the same as when I'm at home and able to like consistently do all of my app workouts in the LSF app. So I'm doing my strength and circuit trainings and all of my cardio. I'm using heavier weights. So when I'm at like traveling, I have my booty bands, which is awesome. But there's days I skip, like I don't necessarily get it in every single day. And that like definitely causes an issue. So Ryan and I today are gonna go for a nice beach walk because we've been training for a half marathon, which has definitely switched up my workouts. I think adding a little bit longer cardio has helped for sure. But strength training is so important too, because you're building that muscle, and the more muscle definition you have, the smoother the skin is gonna look, the less area there's gonna be. You're gonna have like a lot supporting you in those muscles so that you don't have that same cellulite dimply look. Plus, if you're working out and you're building muscle and you're doing cardio and helping to like burn fat as well, you're gonna be reducing your overall fat, which will in turn help reduce cellulite. It doesn't mean that you're, again, gonna like get rid of all of it, but the less fat you have pushing up against the skin, the less dimples you're gonna have.
This is so weird. So we are finishing our front yard right now, and it's so bizarre because everyone drives by. Like we were just standing out front about to film, and everyone drives by and just stares, which is like, I guess, a compliment. But it's not even finished yet. You can see it's just like,
it's nice already.
It's beautiful, but like
when we're standing right here and you're just like,
it's so awkward, like staring eye contact for like 30 seconds. It's so weird. Anyway, we're gonna grab coffee and then hit our little beach walk. Should I order coffee ahead of time?
Yeah.
The best thing that ever happened was Pete's got
mobile ordering. So you can order it and then you just get there and pick it up. My seatbelt's not on. Wait. I just had to tell Ryan how to get to the beach as if he doesn't live here.
There's beaches all around us. Could be straight, could be either way.
Okay, so it's no surprise that I'm obsessed with collagen. You guys know that for the last like 3 years or so, I've just like loved it more than anything. So this is my number 2 thing that I do for cellulite. And honestly, this is probably the only one that I do every single day. Because collagen is majorly important. It is the building block, like the most abundant protein in our entire body. It helps improve elasticity. Wow. Elasticity in our body, which basically means that when those fibers are stretching, this is so bumpy. When those fibers are stretching between the muscle and the skin, the elasticity allows them to stretch more, which gives more room so that you don't get those little pockets and dimples. So having more collagen in your diet will hopefully lead to the more elasticity and less dimply cellulite body. So every single day I drink my little collagen creamers in my coffee with my collagen peptides. And collagen also, you guys, you like might as well, because 1, you can help with your cellulite. 2, it can help your skin, your hair, your nails, everything grow. Like that for me with hypothyroidism has been the number 1 thing. I feel like your skin's been looking really nice.
Yeah, I used to have like a decent amount of breakouts, not a ton, but a good amount, but I feel like I just don't really get as much anymore.
Well, and you used to, I know this is not a skincare video, but I feel like we have to talk about it. So like, I mean, I don't think you have cellulite at all. I've never noticed it, but I think that like for skin, definitely with the collagen, like I got Ryan the last maybe year, I feel like it's almost been a year, drinking it every morning too. And his skin used to be really oily and he'd have the breakouts, and now I feel like it's a lot more balanced, which is nice.
It's getting better.
You look young and beautiful.
It's nice because then I can participate in the coffee
coffee
drinking
ritual
without drinking coffee, because I just have almond milk steamed, then I put the Vital in.
But then I feel like we can have like a coffee date, even though he doesn't drink coffee. So yes, definitely with the elasticity in your skin helps reduce the cellulite, which is really nice. And also, by the way, you guys, I understand that people have cellulite in different places. It doesn't just happen on your butt and thighs. Like for me, that's the only spot I ever really notice it, but I know some people can have it on their stomachs and their arms. Anywhere you have muscle, fat, and skin and tissue, like it can happen. So get that collagen in.
Tying a crop sweatshirt works quite like a normal sweatshirt, does it?
It's like an inner tube, but flat. Doesn't quite have the same impact, but at least it stays somewhere.
Alright you guys, so dry brushing is another thing that I do regularly, and I've heard a lot about it like for a very long time, and I was always like, it just seems like exfoliating, whatever, not a big deal. But I will say, I don't do it as much as I should because I only do it like once a week because I self-tan so much, which we'll get to in a second. But it has helped so much. So this one I got on Amazon. You guys see these little like rubber nipples? I don't know what exactly to call them on the inside. Little rubber bumps, I guess. And then there's just like kind of like the boar's bristles here. So I got this one on Amazon. I'll link it down below for you guys. But basically dry brushing helps promote circulation and lymphatic drainage. So lymphatic drainage, there's like lymphatic massages you can get that really help promote the drainage as well, which just releases toxins from the body. But doing dry brushing has kind of a couple of benefits. So one, it exfoliates your skin, leaving it looking a lot smoother. Then it also promotes like increased circulation, increased blood flow, and that lymphatic drainage, which can also really help reduce inflammation. So great for muscles, but then also just like promote healthy tissue, which can again reduce that cellulite. So the more you dry brush, again, I just start from like the top of my like booty butt area. and I massage upward. So I like start at the top, massaging up, 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 and then work my way down the leg, but again, using those like upward motions at the same time. And then these little like rubber guys, I feel like really help to actually like stimulate that massage, almost like foam rolling, which again, another thing we'll talk about in a second. But I just feel like it helps tremendously, like kind of get in there. So it almost feels like a little massage. You are like brushing all that dead skin off, which like you can kind of see, which is a little bit gross, but worth it because you don't realize how much dead skin you have on your body. So dry brushing is so important, especially to help reduce cellulite, but just like all the time. So I'm gonna try to do this more than one time a week. I've only been doing it like once a week for the past like 2 months maybe, but I do think I've noticed a difference like putting all of these 6 steps together. So I'll share the other 3 in just a second, but all together I feel like it's really like the consistency of doing everything that makes the biggest difference, right? Just like for weight loss or anything else, you have to be consistent. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to do it like at least 2 or 3 times a week and see if that helps even more, but definitely recommend getting this sucker. Oh, and one more tip with the dry brush. I do it in the morning because it's also like supposed to help energize your body. So do it like either right before or right after you get out of the shower. Right before is probably better so your skin's not wet. Right before you get in the shower, do a little dry brushing and you will be good to go. Okay, so this is not pretty, but this is like my DIY coffee scrub, and this is like the 4th most important thing you can do. And again, I only do this like once a week because self-tanning, so like the day I'm gonna tan, I usually will do my dry brushing and a coffee scrub. And you can make it a million different ways, but at the end of the day, like I have these leftover grounds that I don't ever know what to do with when I make my French press, so I'll just make a little batch with some coconut oil and all those grounds in there. And the coffee scrub kind of works the same way as the dry brushing because you're massaging into those areas, so you're increasing circulation, blood flow, helping with lymphatic drainage. But caffeine is also supposed to help tighten the skin and increase circulation even more. So it's like kind of 2 benefits in one, because you're getting the massage, the circulation, and then tightening up that skin, which can help reduce the appearance of the cellulite too. So once a week is probably good for this. If you want to do it every day, like go for it. Your butt's probably gonna look freaking amazing. And you can use this everywhere on your body. Just do it in the shower with warm water, and then just like come out of the water a little bit, scrub it for like 30 seconds, and then rinse it off, and your skin will be super hydrated too, and nice and moist. Moisturize. Alright you guys, so number 5 thing I do for cellulite is self-tan. And this has nothing to do with it actually getting rid of or reducing your actual cellulite, but oh my gosh, it really helps reduce the appearance of it. And you know, like that old, like, if you can't tone it, tan it. You should still work to tone it, obviously, because that's gonna be what actually helps get rid of it. But tanning it just really, like, I don't know, it gives me a confidence boost in general, and then it really like helps blur the look of any like dimples and wrinkles and all of that in your leg and booty region, and just makes the cellulite look like less than it actually is. So if you have a lot of it, like tanning can really help get rid of it. If you have just a little bit, tanning can help make it look like you barely have any at all. So I usually tan 1 time a week. I've always done this, but I definitely noticed that like it really helps reduce the appearance of the cellulite. So you get like a double bonus for it. Because I'm super busy all the time, 2 Hour Express, Loving Tan Dark. This is one I've always used. I'm just gonna do my whole body. This is my post-tanning outfit. And then the other thing I'll say is if you're doing the coffee scrub with the coconut oil, I just try to make sure I use a lot of soap and water afterwards so that I don't have that like coconut oiliness still on my skin, because the self tanner won't stick as well, or just wait like a day and then do it the next day. And then the last thing I do almost every day, I should be better about it, I don't do it every single day, but I try to, is foam rolling. Yeah, foam rolling. So again, this is one of those things, you have so many different benefits out of it, and we definitely should do it more often because 1, it's really great to help relieve muscle soreness because it gets into all those deep tissue areas and releases tension. But it can also help minimize and reduce your cellulite, like actually get rid of it. Okay, so when it comes to foam rolling, the way that it can help reduce your cellulite is the same kind of idea as all of those like dry brushing and the caffeine scrub, except that it really is focused on increasing circulation. That's like one of the main things it does. And then it does actually give you some of that lymphatic drainage. So it doesn't just like promote it, but it's like getting in and massaging in and allowing that to happen, which is bringing more oxygenated blood. Your blood flow and circulation is happening better. And it can also help just like really reduce those fat stores in those areas, break it apart, so release it where it's getting trapped up by the skin in those little fibers, and help really just smooth out that whole area. So this is probably the biggest thing when I am talking about that photo when I was traveling. Like, yes, my workouts weren't exactly the same because I wasn't getting the same weights into them, and I wasn't maybe like doing them every single day like I do when I'm at home. But the one thing that I wasn't doing at all during those weeks of traveling was foam rolling. And I really think that this is like physically helping, and like research shows, physically helping smooth it out, reduce the cellulite, and it is seriously a game changer. So if you don't have a little foam roller, get yourself one, because you'll be way less sore, you'll be less tight after your workouts, and your skin will be tighter, your body will be tighter, and you'll see cellulite start to go away. But again, all 6 of these things, it comes down to consistency. So when I'm not doing one of them consistently, like, I definitely notice a difference. So it's one of those things, you gotta kind of do all of them, and you gotta put them into your routines and your habits and just make it part of your lifestyle. And over time, if you're eating well, you're working out, you're doing these things, you're going to start to see that cellulite reduce, because I did, tons of other women do. It definitely works. You gotta try it out, just little, it doesn't take a lot of time, tiny little things in your day. So if you guys like this video, give it a little like, hit that thumb right there, like it, and comment. Tell me if you do any of these already, or if some of these were like brand new to you, and which one you're gonna try first. When you guys like and comment, it tells YouTube that this is a good video. It shares it with more women, because there's a lot of us out there dealing with cellulite, and a lot of us could use these tips. I wish I would have had these like years ago when I was having a lot of bad cellulite, like in the college when I was at my heaviest, 45 pounds heavier. So like it, comment, and then also it tells me what kind of stuff you guys want to see more of here on my channel. So you probably noticed doing more vlogs, trying to add those in for you guys because you've been loving them, and there's a lot more to come. So I always want to make sure I'm doing stuff you guys want to see. All right, I love you so much. Have fun with that booty challenge. If you're not signed up yet, click the link below, go get signed up, and I'll see you guys next week.